Let me introduce myself. Hello everybody, my name is Aurora, and I am going to be your guide today as we lift the veil of secrecy on some of Hollywood's hottest filming locations.
You're about to go behind the scenes of one of the biggest and busiest movie studios in the world.
But before you head off on your Hollywood adventure, let's bring you up to speed on what's been filming on the Universal lot as of late.
We are really busy around the Universal lot right now. We have a number of television series that call our studio lot their home, including CSI, Ghost Whisperer, a new series called Parenthood. It's going to be a mid-season replacement this fall. And, of course, ABC's Desperate Housewives, not to mention The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. So a lot going on. We've also had some feature films working down there. Just a few weeks ago, they finished up the movie Couples Retreat, starring Vince Vaughn and Kristen Bell. That's going to be out in theaters very soon. I've already been seeing trailers for it. And right now they're working on a brand new movie called Oliver's Arrow, directed by Christopher Nolan. But before we talk about all those wonderful productions, it looks like we are getting ready to take off, so we've got to talk about safety. A safe tour is a fun tour. I already told you to put your little kids towards the center of the road. I hope you did that. Now take a look up at your screens. There is an emergency cord up above your head. See, she's reaching for it right there. If you have an emergency of any kind, you drop something off the tram, you notice any audio-visual problems, or you have a medical emergency, please reach up and pull that cord, just like Mary Steenburgen there, and we will stop the tram so I can run on back to help you out. Alright, this is the most important rule of the tour. You must remain seated at all times. Keep your hands, arms, legs, head, anything you value inside the tram with you. And remember, if you do stand up, I can see you. No, that is not good. There is no smoking on board the tram. If you brought food or drinks with you, that's just fine. Please feel free to enjoy your refreshments, but save the cigarettes till we let you off the tram. And finally, I need you to be prepared because there will be loud noises. There will be fire. There will be sudden tram movements, and I'll just tell you right now, you're going to be getting wet, so be ready for that. Yes, really. Alright, if you weren't listening before, my name one more time is Aurora. I'm going to be your guide for the next 4 exciting days and 3 romantic nights. I hope you're comfortable. Over here to my right is my favorite tram driver in the world. We've been friends for a long time. We go way back. I love him to pieces. Dennis, right? Dennis, everybody! Let's give it up for Dennis. I got one more person to introduce to you. She's a big star, and she's going to tell you how our studio got started. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sister Act, Ghost, and The View, it's Whoopi Goldberg.
Everybody, welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. How do I look? Okay, fine. You're saying too Hollywood? Maybe. But if other studios can have a line or a mouse or something, what is wrong with an Oscar-winning woman? Besides, I know all about this place. I shot my first movie here with Steven Spielberg on the Universal Backlot, the biggest and busiest fantasy factory in the world. So let's go. Universal got its start in 1912 when visionary Carl Laemmle brought his movie company west and opened Universal Pictures. On March 15, 1915, Mr. Laemmle invited the public, that's you guys, to visit his studio, and the Universal Studio Tour was born. You see, Mr. Laemmle believed that movies should make people laugh, or cry, or sit on the edge of their seat. And for the last century, Universal has been doing just that. I'll be back to check up on you guys a little later. In the meantime, I'm going to turn things back over to you guys. Hope you have a great time, everybody. Let's go.
Oh, careful out there, Whoopi. Alright guys, it's official. We are in the movie studio. This is our front lot where we keep all of our sound stages. Over on your left-hand side, you can see Soundstage 12. That's the largest building in our lot, one of the largest in the entire world. And to give you an idea of how many different types of scenes we can film inside just one soundstage, every single one of these scenes was shot inside Soundstage 12.
Say hello to my little friend!
park. They built an entire building inside that other building, inside that soundstage over there. Now, when we needed to build a Tyrannosaurus nest for the Lost World Jurassic Park, we built it in stage 25. It's on your left-hand side now. And now, stage 25 is the home to a little TV series called CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. CSI films all over our lot, as you can see here. But they do most of their filming inside stages 25, 24, 23, and 22. Coming up on your right-hand side, stage 28, that's our oldest sound stage. Stage 28 was built back in 1925 for the Phantom of the Opera, starring Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces. Stage 28 is getting on 85 years old, but we still use it today. A couple things that have filmed there in the last few years. Gore Verbinski came by to film scenes for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean 2 and 3 inside stage 28. It was also used for Tropic Thunder, starring Ben Stiller and Robert Downey Jr. Stage 27, over on the other side of the parking lot on your left, was used for a movie called Drag Me to Hell, starring Justin Long and Alison Lohman. That was in theaters earlier this year. It was also used for Live Free or Die Hard. And back in the day, it was where we tested out the original shark for Jaws.
Now it is time to move from the big screen to the small screen.
Aside from making memorable movies, NBC Universal has a long history of producing hit TV shows, many of which filmed right here on the Universal lot.
Universal Studios is part of NBC Universal. That consists of Universal Studios and NBC, as well as Bravo, the Sci-Fi Channel, the USA Network, Telemundo, Universal HD, CNBC, MSNBC, NBC.com, the Oxygen Network, and the Weather Channel. So there are a lot of people around here working very, very hard to bring you all the TV shows and movies that you love. Over the years, NBC has brought you some of your favorite series. Shows like Friends, Seinfeld, Cheers, ER, The Tonight Show, Saturday Night Live, Scrubs, Crossing Jordan, Law & Order, My Name is Earl, The Office, 30 Rock, and Heroes. Just to name a few.
Okay, I'm back. So, did I miss anything? Did you guys see anybody famous? Well, if not, it could be because they're all inside those big sound stages or in these bungalows, which are kind of like cute little houses for writers and producers and directors making their movies or working deals with the studios. Which gives me an idea.
Excuse me. Attention, producers and directors, I have a great pitch for you. Fewer movies with giant monkeys, more movies with me.
What's the difference?
Fewer movies with the giant monkeys,
What's the difference?
more movies with me.
They'll call.
I'm sure they will. I can't see how that plan would not work. Now, these bungalows used to be dressing rooms for our stars like Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart, and Lucille Ball. But nowadays, our stars prefer to use trailers for their dressing rooms. They like having their dressing rooms on wheels because they switch filming locations so often they don't want to have to pack. So these bungalows, as Whoopi said, are currently used as offices for writers, producers, and directors. Here's one of our producers now. There's Mr. Potato Head over on the left-hand side, hanging out on behalf of Hasbro. Hasbro is working with Universal Studios right now to develop some board games into feature films. And right next door to Mr. Potato Head, you see the self-portrait silhouette of director Alfred Hitchcock on Bungalow 5195. Hitchcock brought us films like Psycho, Vertigo, Rear Window, and The Birds, and he was famous